Hey guys, welcome back to CritterED TV. I'm Amelia and this is my older sister Sandra.
Today we are going to be learning about one of the smartest domesticated animals on earth, the ferret. But we're also going to be able to watch my dad start the scorpion challenge.
He's going to be searching all over the ranch for different types of scorpions and picking them up with his bare hands to show us once and for all that scorpions don't actually want to sting you.
Today, he found his very first scorpion, which just so happened to be the infamous Arizona bark scorpion, the most toxic in North America.
I bet you he can hold 100 scorpions without getting stung. And you guys can watch it right here on CritterED TV.
Welcome back to CritterED TV. I'm Jed Dodds. I'm here with my stuntman, Clint Elliott.
Stuntman?
Well, yeah. I mean, word on the street is that you were starting the Scorpion Challenge, and today you're going to be picking up the Arizona bark scorpion, which means you're risking your life just like a Hollywood stuntman.
No.
No? Do you mean that the Arizona bark scorpion is not as dangerous as people say?
No. Yeah, plenty of people get stung by them, but stings are always accidental and they're virtually never life-threatening.
That's so important for people to understand because the Arizona bark scorpion is such a misunderstood critter.
Speaking of misunderstood critters, Jed, the star of today's show, the ferret, is also very misunderstood.
Absolutely. So if you guys want to watch Clint pick up his very first Arizona bark scorpion, make sure to watch this to the very end of the episode. But right now, Amelia and Sandra have a couple of ferrets for us to learn about, so let's go.
Let's do it. I love ferrets, I love ferrets, I love them so much. I love ferrets.
Hi Amelia, hi Sandra.
Hi, Jed.
Oh my gosh, you guys have some really cool looking ferrets. Sandra, who do you have?
This is Harley Quinn. She's our 2-year-old female Blaze.
Blaze referring to the color pattern of the fur, and Amelia, who do you have?
I have Snickers. He's our 6-year-old cinnamon male.
It may not surprise you to know that the ferret has quickly become one of the most popular pets in the United States, with over 10 million in the care of humans. But is the ferret really a good choice to bring home for you?
Absolutely, let's go to B-roll.
Now hold on, wait a second. People really need to think long and hard before they bring a ferret home to their family.
No, they don't. Ferrets are the best. Absolutely the best.
Yeah, Jed, sorry, but I think you're outvoted.
Who wouldn't want this adorable baby as a companion animal?
Wait a second, time out. You guys are experienced ferret owners and know a lot about them, but isn't it fair to say that most people don't know as much about ferrets as you guys do? There's a reason why the ferret is one of the most abandoned animals on Earth, and people need to really think before they bring home one and decide whether or not it's a good choice for them.
Yeah, well, when you put it that way.
Well, let's show everyone why the ferret can be a great companion animal for some, but a nightmare for others.
Nightmare, Jed? Isn't that a little over the top?
No, it's not. Amelia, what's one trait that makes ferrets a wonderful companion animal for some people?
They're smart. Some scientists rank them above cats, dogs, and even some small primates when it comes to their ability to problem solve.
Wow, I bet not many people know that. Sandra, what's one example of ferrets' ability to problem solve?
Ferrets will move objects so they can climb them to access a desired place or toy. Like humans using a ladder to get onto the roof of a house, ferrets will use any object light enough to drag and use it as a stepping stone.
Ferrets do this to access food that would be out of reach for less intelligent animals, but they do it for other reasons too. They sometimes build steps to get to a favorite toy or even a preferred sleeping spot.
That's pretty incredible. So Amelia, does that make ferrets smarter than dogs?
No, intelligence is measured in many ways. When it comes to communicating their needs to human caregivers, the vocalizations, facial expressions, and body language of dogs wins out by a country mile over all other common companion animals.
So ferrets probably won't beat out dogs as man's best friend anytime soon, but they do have more traits that people find endearing. Sandra, what's another one?
Ferrets are social to the extreme. They're affectionate and coexist well with not only people, but also with cats and dogs, unless the cats and dogs have other ideas.
So true. If there's stress in a relationship between a ferret and your other larger mammalian pets, it's rarely the ferret that causes the problem. It just isn't in their nature to be aggressive towards an animal that they don't see as prey.
So there are lots of reasons why ferrets have become popular pets. But there are also drawbacks.
Drawbacks?
No.
What? No, are you nuts?
Nope.
Guys, you know it's true.
Fine.
Yeah, I
whatever.
guess.
Maybe a
Dad.
few.
Amelia, what's one reason why people should think long and hard before bringing home a ferret?
Reason number one by far is that ferrets evolved in the wild as predators. And unlike most dogs, it is difficult for them to overcome that predatory instinct.
Ferrets love to be out of their cages to play and explore, but that's extremely dangerous if you have other small companion animals in your home like rabbits, rodents, or birds, even if they are contained.
Just the sight of a ferret can make a bird or a rabbit's heart race to the point of putting its health at risk. Please make sure your other pets are compatible with ferrets before you even think about bringing one home.
Sandra, what's another reason why people should be hesitant to bring a ferret home?
Stop! Thief! Anyone who's lived with a ferret knows they're hyper playful and aren't happy spending their lives in a cage. They require playtime in wide open spaces and use that playtime to collect toys. And those toys aren't always what you want them to be.
Despite lacking opposable thumbs, a ferret's paws function much like a human hand, allowing them to get into places that most dogs and cats could only dream of. They have been known to open cabinets and even refrigerators, stealing whatever they can before stashing it away in a tight space that their slender, flexible bodies can squeeze into, but people can't.
So ferret-proofing your home and providing lots of appropriate toys for enrichment is an absolute necessity. Leaving a ferret in a cage for a long period of time, even one that is large or multi-tiered, is not healthy.
Without ample time to play and explore, they will suffer both physically and emotionally. Do not bring a ferret home if you can't provide everything it needs to thrive.
Did you know ferrets live about 5 to 10 years, but most only live 6 to 8?
That makes Snickers here an old man, but he's still playful like a kitten and probably will be until the very end. That's just how ferrets roll. Did you know that ferrets are the domesticated version of the European polecat, which is similar to weasels here in America?
And the black-footed ferret is the only wild ferret in America, and we have them right here in Arizona.
They were one of the original animals placed on the endangered species list in 1967 because their main prey, prairie dogs, were poisoned by farmers.
And that poison passed down to them when they ate those prairie dogs.
This practice pushed black-footed ferrets to the point of extinction. In the early 1980s, there was only 18 black-footed ferrets left in the world. And due to a collaborative effort through AZA zoos, bringing those 18 animals in and working on a breeding program and reintroducing them into the wild, black-footed ferrets are starting to make a comeback.
So if you have a pest problem, never use poison to fix it because larger predatory animals suffer the consequences.
So it's clear to see why ferrets are such amazing animals. But remember to do your research before you bring one home.
Yeah, we've said it once, but we're going to say it again and again. Our shelters are overflowing. Please don't add to the problem.
Sandra, before your dad starts a scorpion challenge, what's one more thing you want people to know about ferrets?
Well, I do think it's pretty funny that a group of ferrets is called a business, which is funny considering they certainly get all up in yours.
They definitely do. And that's why some cats and dogs never get used to them. They just can't deal with their playful nature. Amelia, what's one more thing you want people to know?
Well, they were domesticated over 2,000 years ago to be hunting animals, and they still are used by hunters to flush out things like rabbits out of their holes.
That's right. A ferret's slender body allows them to go right down into a hole. And then they have an adaptation of having a flexible spine that allows them to bend around and come right back up. This makes them ideal for hunters to be able to flush out all those animals. And then they're also used to be able to run wires through conduits. Most famously, Princess Diana's wedding was wired by a ferret.
Who's Princess Diana?
What?
I'm just kidding. I might be young, but Princess Diana's literally my idol.
You know, you're kind of funny. The most important thing I think people need to know about ferrets is that they're prone to many diseases, and the vet bills can run into the thousands.
The cost of an animal is so important, no matter what it is. It's not just the cost of what a ferret is, but also their entire life. So it's definitely something that you need to think about before going out and getting one. So Clint, are you ready to start your scorpion challenge?
Heck yeah.
Okay, just a disclaimer before we send Clint out to go find a scorpion, remember, he's a professional and has been doing this for years. We never want you to approach a wild animal unless you know what you're doing.
Yep, that said, let's roll it. All right, guys, we're here at my first flip. This is an area where we find a lot of different types of scorpions, with the exception of giant hairies. I doubt we'll find one. But barks, striped devils, very common. I bet you if I flip this, we'll find something. So I'm gonna flip it towards me, just in case there's a rattlesnake under there. And, oh, I found a scorpion molt. Scorpions shed their exoskeleton in a process called molting, and it's really cool. Let's see if you can get a good look at it. Oh, there's a scorpion. We'll get the scorpion shed afterwards. All right, so this is definitely a bark scorpion right here, and it's a freshly shed bark scorpion. It's very young, it's not an adult, but it's close. Let's see if I can get it out. See if we can get a good look at it. Okay, can you guys see that?
Yep, got it.
Okay, this is definitely a scorpion, a bark scorpion that's just freshly shedded, and we will show you the shed in a second. Let me see if I can get it up onto my hand. Moving this way. Oh, guy. Oh, it went inside the bark. Let's keep looking. There it is. See if I can get it flipped. All right. Sometimes they can be a challenge to pick up, but I'd be willing I can get this guy. See if I can get him moving backwards. Back just a little bit there, buddy. Being very gentle with it. Let's see if it goes up on my hand. Come on, guy. Yep, I got it. All right. So as you can see, he's kind of a funky color because of the fresh shed. I don't know, he's less yellow and more orange. Either way, he's a beautiful creature. So this is my very first scorpion pickup in the challenge. And before I put him back under, we're gonna get a shot of his shed, okay? All right, so let's look at that shed right there. Can you get up close on that? So this is the scorpion shed from this bark scorpion right here. Very fresh shed. So this scorpion is going to need to stay underneath this for a while to harden his shell. All right, guys, so I'm going to release this scorpion back underneath the same piece of wood that I found it under. Okay, little guy, come on. Here you go. And he's looking for a spot, and he found it. All right, go catch some bugs.
Wow, well, we hope you enjoyed watching Clint pick up his very first scorpion in his Scorpion Challenge. There's going to be several more to come. And we also hope you enjoyed learning about the amazing ferret. We'll catch you next episode on CritterED TV, where fear becomes wonder and wonder becomes passion. Bye, guys.
Thank you.